exciting. That's all one can say after last year.
Hmm.
Hopefully, in for a better year this year than, yeah, that monstrosity.
Yes, I hope for a better year for you and Zam as well.
Yeah,
Shout out.
yeah.
I'm all good, Baron. I went to the dentist today. Off air, we spoke about it. And thank you for hosting me. I'm all good, children. It's like I've been punched 2 or 3 days ago, so still a little caved in. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But all
Soxy,
good,
how have
all
you
good.
been?
And so glad to be talking about this movie.
Yeah.
Soxy, please.
I've been good. I've been away for a while. I've been working on a few films that are coming out soon, I hope. I have a few screenings coming up during WA Made for films I was a part of. Shout out to the team of Bleederville, the team of Doom and Groom, to the team behind Dunstan's Day and Open, the short film. They'll be screening very soon here in Perth. Very
Nice.
Nice.
excited.
Fantastic,
Nice.
fantastic.
And it was nice to catch up with you when I was over there in Perth for Speed the Movie, the play.
Yes.
We got to see this together.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, thank you for the ticket, by the way.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, children, when this popped up on my phone coming home from work one night as a reaction, I was like I had to look at it twice. And I was like, what the
Together.
actual fuck? And you linked up. It was brilliant. It was a really pleasant surprise. Yeah, thank you for sending that through. It was great. Yeah.
But yes, as we said, it's 28 days later, The Bone Temple, the sequel. Sorry, 28 years later, The Bone Temple, the sequel to 28 years later, which is the sequel to 28 weeks later, which is the sequel to 28 days later.
Yes, that's it.
That's it.
It gets a little confusing, but
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
mentally.
What are people's initial thoughts about this?
Who goes first?
You go
I'll go
first.
I'll go
Yeah.
first. I'll go first. Look, I really enjoyed this. I've enjoyed all of the 28 films up to this point. It's a nice continuation of the story, in my opinion, and I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah. I enjoyed the track that this all went down. As soon as I saw the whole Jimmy's plot in the last one, I wanted to know more about that, and they didn't disappoint. So I was really excited at what I got out of that. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Soxy?
I really enjoyed it. I loved the return of certain parts of the soundtrack and the soundtrack in general. I loved the visuals behind it and the story and how certain things come full circle, and it's just fantastic. A real film for the fans.
for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And Nia DaCosta did an amazing job stepping in to do the second part, but somehow bringing it back full circle to the beginning by re-establishing the tone and the character dynamics and the
Mm.
relationship to the world without disrespecting Danny Boyle,
Yeah,
taking the vital elements and the dope aspects he created in 28 Years Later, because shout out to that film. As you know,
Hmm.
children, we really like that. And bringing them into the Bone Temple. On the first viewing, when I saw it out at the cinema, it was like, oh, like it, but that's different. That is such a different pace, rhythm, feel
Hmm.
to it. It's not this coming of age action adventure, which like the first one is in comparison now. Is that fair?
yeah,
Yeah.
very true. Yeah,
This one is just let's just sit for a while with a bunch of grimy scumbags and then just
yeah,
get to the beauty at the end. Yeah. But
yeah,
we'll get
Yeah.
into
yeah,
that. And that on the second viewing, I felt all of that. And when you get to see what's going on with Jimmy, Jack O'Connell, I mean, this
Yeah.
dude,
Mm.
yeah,
I
this
just
dude,
thought that. And
yeah,
then,
he is becoming the man, absolutely,
yeah,
for me, definitely, anyway. Yeah, I liked it quite a
yeah.
bit. Yeah. That's all for now.
It, it's like you were saying, it could have got away from them with the last one. It was sort of starting to, but they sort of brought everything back, got it back on track, and got that full circle. So it felt
Hmm.
like it was a consistent films again, where it nearly didn't. It nearly went somewhere just off left field and nearly got itself lost.
Yeah.
And reined it back in a really nice way.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Hmm.
I'm really happy for Nia DaCosta as well, because Candyman was divisive, as was the Marvels, Baron. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, given this For film buffs, I think this franchise is sacred now. I don't think it's sacred to a general audience, yeah. And that I think is part of its financial problem it's having. Go see this film, please. But for film buffs, this is becoming sacred, and yeah, I really look forward to where it goes. Yeah,
Me too.
We can bring it to a complete and satisfying conclusion because the end of this film's great as well. But we'll get there.
Yeah,
We'll get there.
we have to get there.
Now, children, we're not going to do a complete plot breakdown, but we are going to spoil parts of this, obviously. So if you haven't seen it yet, first of all, why haven't you? Second, go and see it now at the cinema and then come back and listen to the rest of the podcast. The one thing that I would like to point out that I really enjoyed was the fact that Nia DaCosta hasn't made an effort to ape Danny Boyle's style. Nia DaCosta has continued this world beautifully, but has not used the same visual language. And sometimes when you've got a series like this, where they change directors and the visual language changes too sharply, you get a real sort of disconnection between the films. And I think Nia DaCosta's done a really good job of bringing a style that's theirs that still gives you the link back to the previous style.
Absolutely. She was really able to show that she is a serious director with a serious skill base.
Yeah.
And to be able to do exactly what you said there, Baron, is the perfect example of it. Yeah. Do we want to do the third film? Is it too early to ask that question?
Well, Danny's doing the third film.
Okay. No disrespect to Danny Boyle. I'm a Danny Boyle fan. But she got the tone right for me. Definitely. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
So what we might do, just to give the children an idea of what to expect, so what we might do is we might just go through a couple of our favorite bits of the film, something that maybe they could have done better or something you didn't like, and then we'll discuss a little bit of the plot at the end, which obviously leads into the next film, if that makes sense. I might just cover a little bit of the admin, and please feel free to jump in if you've got a thought on something. So at the moment, it is sitting at about $47 million box office on a $63 million budget. So it hasn't quite made its money back yet. It is sitting at a 7.7, a 7.8 out of 10 across the aggregate of the websites for the reviews. And I did grab a couple of reviews. As I normally do, I'll get a 5-star and I'll get a 1-star. So the 5-star that I got says, it is a daring, exhilarating, and harrowingly beautiful 5-star horror experience. Directed by Nia DaCosta, this film brilliantly blends intense post-apocalyptic zombie horror with a haunting, cult-driven narrative featuring exceptional performances by Ralph Fiennes and Jack O'Connell.
Agreed.
I think that doesn't quite go far enough. They should also probably mention the acting chops of Spike, who I'm just trying to find him on my list. Why is he not on my list? Oh, there he goes. Alfie Williams. Alfie Williams. So this movie is carried on the backs, in my opinion, of Alfie Williams, Jack O'Connell, and Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah.
And I think that review kind of encapsulates that. Does anyone have a difference of opinion to that 5-star review?
Spike. See, Spike's character for me is certainly not as prominent as in the first film. There are arguments on the line that Spike is useless in this film and is a complete bystander. I don't think it's to that extent. But is that Jimmy Ink behind you, Baron? I believe it is. See, Jimmy Ink's character. Is it just me? Is it just my preference? Because I did find their character to be more captivating and to be more instrumental driving the plot forward than Spike in this film, I'd argue.
Yes, 100%. But if you take into account the fact that Spike was effectively the main character of the previous film, to take a back seat and to not then just meld into the background takes a lot of skill. And for an actor of his age, that's incredible.
Yeah. No point. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's a skill. Yeah, that's a skill you're taught to do. So yeah, no, fair point.
And he had to learn to he had to learn to assimilate, you know? It was assimilate or die. So
Yeah.
he had to be part of
Literally.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And also he is dealing with two different directors because Nia and Jack, Rafe and Jack have both spoken about this online in interviews. Danny Boyle is 100 miles an hour, just thoughts, boom, 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 creative, let's try
Yeah.
ideas, let's go, let's go, let's go. And there's coherence and there's a sense to it. The guy's a professional, absolutely, but you're caught up in a whirlwind, basically, yeah?
Yeah.
Nia
Yeah.
DaCosta is contemplative, meditative. She takes her time. She's efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Absolutely. This film was made pretty damn quickly. But you just fall into this, let's just sit in the emotional vibe of what we're going
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
here.
for sure.
Which Rafe, he's that type of actor to a T, and Jack O'Connell also loved that about it as well. Yeah. And so for Spike to come along and have those two different styles on a set for his age is commendable as well, to be able to adopt quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So point. Yeah.
Now the 1-star review that I picked, it says, I've seen a lot of horror movies, but this is the very first movie since my childhood from which I had to leave the movie theater after about 45 minutes. The movie is self-serving violence, gore, and cruelty. The only message it holds is that there is no hope for any good in the world. If a movie like this can get this high positive ratings, then all my faith is lost in humanity. So it might be a second language English. I'm not gonna call that out, but I think what the person has. Okay, so this is Act 2. This is the drop in the story. So there's Act 1. We get that positive, lovely story about Spike growing up and leaving his community. We've got Act 2 where all of the bad shit happens.
Yeah.
In Act 3, we will see the resurrection of the world, or there'll be
Towards it. Yeah.
It's a shame they didn't stay till the end of the film.
Correct. Did anyone not like the way this film ended?
No, I enjoyed it.
I loved it.
I sort of sat there and went, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." You know, it's like I wasn't expecting that to happen, but in a really good way, that I didn't expect that to happen. And so I enjoyed that. Yeah.
And also, I think I mentioned it to you, Georgina, on the thread, that it sums up the whole theme of the whole trilogy.
Yeah.
That's, like, yes, it's monsters. So humans can be more monstrous than actual monsters. They're worse than the monsters. But the whole thing is that hope has to live on. Hope has to continue.
Yeah.
And that message with that voice has been said since the beginning, and it was said again at the end.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Zip. Yeah, and that was beautiful. Are we going to help? Are we going to help them? Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like that full circle, you know, the whole
Yeah.
thing has come around, and it's sort of showing that all of this exists in the same world. And there is all that cruelty, but there is this there in that world as well. So we show that there is both sides. There's good and evil existing within
and
this
and a
place.
symbol. Sorry, Georgina.
No, that was all thanks.
A symbolic moment of what you're talking about happens in 28 years later, when Mum, who's not in this movie, but Mum, when she comes across the pregnant giving birth in labor, infected, and then the hands come up, and then they clutch the hands. That moment symbolizes what you're talking about.
Exactly.
This trilogy is about that, and this is another one of those poignant moments showing that.
By the way, children, spoiler for the previous film.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Look, you should be there by now.
Yes, sorry.
So I think the issue is, and I was seeing this through the reviews that I was going through to get these 2 reviews. There are a lot of people who were going, "What was with the ending of this movie? That's not a happy ending. We don't know what happened to them." That's like, well, it's part 2 of a 3-part, guys. Come on, surely you know that.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Think of this if you were. No, I don't want to compare to that, man. This is just one long piece of work. Yes.
Yeah.
And this was simply the second installment that we were offered. Yes, that we were given. yeah, and there's the way it was put together, and the way that it's put together the way that it starts with that little vocal element, which Soxy alluded to. Yeah, that's from the very, very beginning.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then having that at the start and then having the very end, just those little subtle moments, but which really subtly, sorry, I'm getting my adjectives wrong, that it wasn't a big dramatic moment. It was very grounded, stated in the way it was enacted, but the way it moves the plot forward is huge. So you're excited about the third movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it leaves you with so many questions for the next one.
Yes.
Where are people? What's going on? Like, has people other characters died, or are they there? Will they arrive? Will they come back? Just all those questions.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Now, a little bit of trivia for people. We've got two pieces of trivia here. So that bone temple, which is super impressive, was actually constructed using approximately 5,500 skulls and 150,000 individual bones, all of which were individually cast and assembled.
Nice.
They were mounted onto roughly 1,000 vertical uprights, creating the temple's columnar structure. So, yes. What do people think of the bone temple?
Oh, good God.
Beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful. Yes, it's well crafted, and you can see him behind Jean there, the example of these skulls. They yeah, stand up to close-ups, and the reality is there in them. It's not like we've just made a whole bunch of props and just thrown them all together. Each one is individually beautiful, which is
Yeah.
Yes.
No. It's an ossuary, a temple, a church. I like Memento Mori. It just really conveys Dr. Kelson's message incredibly strongly. And I think it's beautiful. I think they should keep it once the movies are done.
Oh,
Once it
yes.
is, please do. Please protect it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the way it's shown in this movie, like right
Yeah.
to the end, bird's eye shot. Yeah, that's all.
Oh,
Yeah.
stunning.
They need
And
to Hobbiton that
sorry,
shit.
sorry, Ben, after you.
They need to Hobbiton that shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that when I was looking at it. I was like, can you imagine this in that situation, being able to go walk through there?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that would be
exactly
a
what needs to
dream
happen.
come true.
Yeah.
Question for the pod. Is an ossuary a better way to go for a society to intern their dead? Those are the
Yes.
right words, I think, yes.
Hmm.
Than a graveyard, than a
Yes.
cemetery.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a place of all faiths, where a lot of people are kind of lost on where to go. I find a lot of people now with burial, it's not used to be like certain religions or spiritual choices chose burial. Some choices chose cremation for these spiritual things. People just choose them randomly now. So I don't think they're so attached to the way that these
Yeah.
their body goes actually in the end anymore. So something like that would be quite beautiful.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's quite beautiful. I think it's more environmentally friendly
Yeah.
and sound,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's just more poignant. It's
Give
just
me
a
a second
better
while
way to
I'm gonna-
remember the dead, I
Yeah.
think, than a bunch of crumbling
Yeah, that's right.
concrete. Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm gonna get Sam to take this dog.
All
You're
good.
Yeah,
All
can you
good.
take this dog, please?
So, Soxy, did you have any gripes about the film?
Please.
That's a good question. Um, Not really, honestly. I went in with very low expectations and it exceeded those expectations by a heck of a lot. I really enjoyed it. Like you said, the continuation of the story and everything coming full circle, and like I said before, the visuals. It was just a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed the comic aspect to it, which we don't really get in any other films in the series.
Yeah.
Which was novel, it was fun, and it was very nostalgic to those of us who grew up in the 90s and 2000s. And yeah, it was very interesting.
Okay. Mr. Popcorn, what about you? Do you have any gripes with the film? Any niggles? Any little problems?
I've tried to find some just to challenge myself after the second viewing, Baron, and I really don't think so. I
Okay.
even went to the, annoying critics, well, critics online to see what they brought up. And there was talk about, yeah, it's kind of spoilery. Um, the view of the humans via the infected, yeah, the way they view the
Um,
humans, how they worked with all that
Yes.
sort of thing. But they're still, eating them at the end. Then, yeah, but they're feral beasts.
Mm,
They're hungry. There was that kind of ridiculous discourse going on where
mm,
you're just quibbling now to that
Mm.
extent. And I did look at that, and it's just like, no, no, these are like infected. They're not zombies. When they get shot, when they get stabbed, they die. So it
that's it.
makes sense. They have a metabolism they need to feed. That's
Mm.
why
Yeah.
they rest and bathe in the water as well, because they're
yeah.
not just
Yeah.
running all the time like the franchise introduced us to at the start. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't have a gripe with that. I didn't have a gripe
Yeah.
with that. And yeah, I don't think so. That
Okay.
may be a
Yeah.
spoiler for my
Yeah.
rating, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Gina, what about you? Did you have anything that rubbed you the wrong way in the film?
I'm with Jane, not particularly. I mean, I think there's lots of things like you were saying that looking at the humans in the way it's new information,
Yeah.
and new information is because this place was just closed down. There was no more research done. There was no more anything done about this. So there was no way to find out anything about these
Yeah.
infected. They just
Mm.
locked
Yeah.
it down and left it. So
Yeah.
having somebody like the doctor and bringing in that whole idea of um, maybe being able to find medical help or a cure that was not looked for, I
Yeah.
like that also. I know you asked me what I didn't like. I found something that I did
Yes.
like to take.
Positive. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all useful. Fine.
See, that's how it goes.
I
Um,
have. I'll go on. Sorry. Yes.
so just if I may quickly, like I really liked the way this film treated mental illness
Yep.
as
Yes.
well, because a lot of the relationship between Dr. Kelson and Samson, even the nostalgic whimsy you alluded to there, Soxy,
Yeah.
as well. We're looking at Kelson's mental illness, which has grown to at this stage, like deep, profound loneliness has
Yep.
seriously started to affect him.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that is shown through that light-hearted whimsy, but there's
Yeah.
serious, sad stuff going on, and Rafe is the
Mm.
actor to fucking convey that, of
Yeah.
course.
Mm.
Yeah. And then we look at the conversation that happens with our two, lead males there later on when we're talking about paternal roles, yeah, from
Yeah.
the
Mm.
father and acceptance of the
Yeah.
father and all that. I'm
That's right.
trying to dance around things as much as possible, but you get me.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
shown very respectfully, but how a lot of this is like, oh, these people are just very unwell because of the apocalypse they
Yeah.
live in. No
Yeah.
wonder there's flipping cults forming based
That's
on the
right.
scraps of information from history they have on religion and pop culture.
That's right. They've left
Mm.
without any real information on anything. They're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
making up the bits as they go.
Yeah, and
Mm.
children, and those who were put off by the ending, we did this, Baron, on the last episode. I'll just say it quickly here. All of the parkour type, what the F is that stuff, that has been that's just been, say, spread out to such a sensible way you can't argue with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree.
So that, yeah.
Now, my only niggle with the film, I've now seen it twice as well,
Please.
and this is only because I've played D&D for most of my life. In the scene where the Jimmies are going to go to meet Dr. Kelson, right, the night before,
Sure.
who's on watch? They were all asleep. They're in a world with literal rage zombies, and no one was watching.
That's fair. That
True.
is fair. Yeah.
You found it. You
Yeah.
found it, Baron.
Maybe they're just used to their environment. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe. I don't know. But
Yeah,
yeah, look,
no.
I remember sitting in the theater going, who's on watch?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my only real niggle with it. The one thing that I really did like that was a tie back to the previous film, and I don't know whether anyone else picked this up or not, or I haven't seen it as a theory online, but what was the toy that Spike had in his bedroom in the previous film?
Some kind of action figure, but I can't
Yep.
remember what it was.
The Red Power Ranger.
Yes.
It was a Power Ranger. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
What
Yes.
color tracksuit did Jimmy Ink wear?
Oh, right. Yes.
Okay,
That's
nice. Yeah,
nice. I
yeah,
like
yeah. I
that
get you.
idea.
I get you.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
hero. Yeah.
So yeah, that was there was a really nice little link back to the
Yeah.
previous film, which I enjoyed.
Well
Mm.
done there.
Was there anything in particular that stands out to you as the best moment of the film? We'll start with Mr. Popcorn. What was the best thing in the film for you?
Sorry. For those
We're going to be the
listening,
same right here, I think.
how do I say that for those listening and not spoil it?
The
Yeah.
performance.
The
Yeah.
performance, the best needle drop in cinematic history, especially if you grew up in the 80s and the 90s and you're a heavy metal fan.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
but also the way this song is used, because look up the way what the song was actually about. Yeah.
Mm.
It
Yeah.
wasn't all just raise horns to the sky and have a good mosh. There's actual kind of mental illness based on war. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
is what the
Yeah.
song's actually about. Yeah, so again, perfection. Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
layers of reference and representation in this,
Yeah.
the way that was subtly done in a grounded fashion. Yeah.
What about you, Gene? What did you find the best? What was the best part of the film for you?
Mine is the same. Mine's exactly the same. I don't want
That's why we're
to
friends.
spoil and say what it is. Like, yeah, but as a heavy metal fan as a kid,
Yeah,
they're doing one of my favorite metal bands.
And the performance, the
yeah.
setup, the
Ah.
props
Yeah.
of it,
Yeah.
the reactions. I mean, that would have been the best film shoot to be on
Yeah.
ever that
Oh
night.
my
Yeah,
God. That
that night.
energy, the energy is just
Yeah. And
oh,
Jack O'Connell got to do that and the Rocky Road to Dublin shoot, yeah.
Mm.
And
yeah.
that was in the middle of the night in Louisiana. I heard him talk about that, and he said that was transcendent as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Soxy, what about you? Or are you just joining the bandwagon?
Oh, I'm joining the bandwagon.
That's right. It's
Uh,
epic.
Mhm.
Yeah, look, I think mine's the same. I think it's the same. Like
Oh.
it was a beautiful piece of staging. It was
Mm.
the song was picked perfectly. The performance by Rafe and everyone there spectacular. And
Uh-huh.
then to have that performance that he made taken to the level that it is by the special effects team, like with the fire effects
Yes.
and the
Yeah.
lighting and the makeup and the costume, like it should be shown in cinema schools
Yeah.
Mhm.
as an example of what to do.
And
Yes.
making it realistic enough that it's something that he could achieve
Yes.
with
Yeah.
all the stuff that he has, because he's been using all these things for many years, and he's been using those to create, or his bones.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
he's very
Yeah.
skilled with this fire, and he could pull this off. I
Yeah.
love
And I loved how you got to hear Rafe Kelson sing
Yep.
Mm.
as well as the record, because it's just this
It's true,
human
yeah.
trying to survive this crazy situation he's been put under, yeah? Because he didn't choose to put on this performance. He was conscripted very violently, aggressively to do so.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Okay, you want
yeah.
to tell.
And so that's again the campness was used
Yeah.
beautifully as well. It wasn't just camp. This movie is not goofy in the
Yeah.
slightest. Yeah,
No.
Mm.
I'm always afraid of goofiness, but this movie has not a
Mm.
touch of it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
But you got to think of that character, how often you would have listened to those vinyls that you have in
Yes.
collection. That's all
Yeah.
you have,
Yeah.
So the amount of times that you would listen to
yeah.
these are your precious items. Their only connection to any kind of the past, connection to music. They'll
Yeah.
be so important to you.
And it's the era we grew up in. It's the era that these films came out in as well
Mm.
in Britain, because it's just British classics basically throughout the era,
Yeah.
pretty much from Duran Duran's first album onwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
in this film. And that again, being very respectful to Danny Boyle and the franchise. Nia DaCosta, you killed this. You are a director to be taken very seriously.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
So my question is, does 28 weeks later still fit into this story?
Yeah, nah.
No.
Yeah, I've been
I won't
thinking
be
about
so
that a lot.
flippant.
Well, I would like to see more of a tie-in to it, or some more of a reference to it in the next film, in all honesty. Especially seeing is where the story is maybe going,
Yep.
Yeah.
because of how that particular film ended. because we know that spoilers here, but we know that it has been wiped out or under control in other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how it goes, it could still maybe be part of the story, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I like your thoughts there that maybe they'll pull it back in and give us that, but without that, I'd say no. But hopefully, right, they will give us
Yeah,
a little
I mean,
bit more of that.
it's definitely not my favorite film in the franchise by far, but I'd still like it to somehow make sense within the world.
Definitely.
Do we not think that maybe the allusion to the Norwegian soldiers in the previous film is that link back to that?
Possibly.
But I like what you said. I really like the fact that it maybe something in the final film ties a nice bow over the whole thing, including that film. So maybe, okay, let's get to the ending. Like we've all been kind of dancing around.
Yes.
So Cillian Murphy or Killian Murphy, however you want to pronounce it. We keep getting these actors and directors and writers that have got these names. They're like, it could go either way.
Yeah.
So Killian or Cillian Murphy, we get that full circle back to him. So at the end of the film, Spike and she's no longer Jimmy Inc. Kelly.
Yes.
Spike and Kelly are running for their lives from some of the infected. They are in a lovely fieldy sort of part of the world, and we are introduced once again to Cillian Murphy or Cillian Murphy's character and his daughter in a lovely little cottage in the middle of nowhere. And he's teaching her history, and then they hear a ruckus, and they see.
Hold on. Just to pinpoint something, he's teaching the history of World War One and Two, which is important to this franchise.
Yes, correct. Thank you. Yes, you are. You're right. I glossed over that. So they hear a ruckus. They come out of their lovely little cottage and they see Spike and Kelly running away from the infected. And the question is, are we going to help them? And the answer is, of course we are.
Yeah.
Which then
so good.
Roll credits.
Yeah.
So yes, do we think that now gives the world some hope?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. I think that's what that's trying to portray. That, like, suggested in the One Star, it was a kind of a bleak film in places. There was suggestions that humanity is lost and dying with the whole behavior from the Jimmies. And this is giving you back that little bit of hope for the future.
Yeah. Because it is a very humane setting. It's the way they're treating each other is very kind, very gentle. It's very important what they're talking about in relation to everything. And I think having Cillian Murphy at the end, because this is the star everyone's been waiting for to come back, having him there and that way with that tone, saying that last line of the film. Yeah, I think so. I think so. And I think maybe where you were right there, Soxy, and I think Baron a bit as well, bringing in the outside world, the non-quarantined world. With the army, because that was a lot in the first film, having rewatched most of it today. That cannot be forgotten. And tell me if I should edit this out, but I'm just trying to remember myself. Spike's family, is that all gone now?
No, they're still there.
They're still there.
So that's
as far as we know.
So there's something for the third film we have to think about.
Well, maybe the policy is that you never go back. Like, so if you go and you get lost there, you can't come back.
So I feel sorry for that person with the 1-star review. Like they checked out of this film before the needle drop. They didn't get to experience it. So all they got was the nasty stuff at the start.
Yeah, that's right.
Go listen to that album. And there's poetry in every language. Just go read some poetry, then come back and watch the film. Please, if you're not feeling anything from this film. And think about like the violence, why they called it charity. Have a look into that as well.
So
please, Baron, go.
I was going to say, for the children out there, just be aware there are some quite confronting scenes in this. There are some really heavy themes.
Yeah.
The Jimmies are not nice people. While they do save Spike at the end of the first of these three films, they are not nice people.
No.
Yeah. But the violence is there to explore social themes, which I
Correct.
feel they
Yeah.
do through
Yeah, exactly.
the use of blasphemy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a lot of that in this film, certainly with Jimmy. JC, Jesus Christ, the upside down cross.
Yeah.
It wasn't Saint Francis. What was his name? It was a saint who demanded to be crucified upside down because he wasn't worthy to be crucified in the
Oh, I
same way
should
as
know that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Had his name, yeah. But it's
Yeah.
just that interplay of the
Yeah.
symbology where they're able to explore the social themes that are going on of cults, charismatic leaders,
Yeah.
religion, etc., etc. So basically, what's happening in the apocalypse, in a very layered, clever way, they're looking at what's happening now. Yeah, in
Yeah.
2026,
Yeah,
which is
it's
another
true.
gorgeous film for me. Yeah.
For those people screaming at the podcast, it was Saint Peter.
Thank you.
Crucified upside down, feeling unworthy to die in the same
Yeah.
manner as
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. So that's the actual upside down cross in this
That
film,
is.
not just Satan.
as
Yeah.
opposed
Even
to
though there is
It's
Satan in this film.
opposite of
Yes.
God sometimes. It doesn't really often mean Satan. It means opposite of God.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, it's about opposites when you're talking
Yeah.
about blasphemy, as you know.
An
G5.
opposing
Yeah,
energy.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
all righty. So let's get to ratings. I'll go last. Who would like to go first?
5.
Go on, you do it.
5.
The 5 from
As-
Mr. Popcorn.
Yeah, upon the second viewing, and I do suggest watch this twice. Yeah, because everything
Yeah.
that we've been talking about, you don't necessarily catch it on the first viewing. You do on the second. Definitely. It's a 5. I can't fault it. I try to as a challenge. And I like to critique in a constructive way. And I just look forward to the third one and what Nia DaCosta will be given next. Yeah. Thank you for this film, definitely, because this is my favorite zombie stuff. It's reaffirmed it as number one for me now. Yes, absolutely. 5.
Ginoir.
I think I'm gonna have to probably go the same.
Okay.
With all the work in between religion and cults and discussion of what is religion. That's very much something I love exploring. So it gave me a lot of stuff that I love to dig my mind into. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a 5 as well. Yeah.
Soxy.
Nice.
So upon my first viewing, as you know, I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Yep.
Upon the second viewing, though, I think I took in a lot more. It gave me a lot more to think about. I was seeing more details and more little tie-ins and little bits, and it's bumped up to a 5.
Mhm.
Nice.
See?
Oh, do I be
Break it. Break the chain.
the one dissenting voice? I'm going to give it a 4.75 only because there's one more film to come.
Mm.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
like to give an overall score after it's all done.
That's
Ooh,
fair.
that's a good idea.
Okay.
Yes.
So I
let's
think
do that.
there's probably still some room for improvement is probably not the right term. I think this story still has some legs, and I think the next film may increase my 4.75 to a 5, but it's so close to a 5. It's not funny. I really enjoyed it. The second time around, enjoyed it even more. So yeah, look, children, do go and see this. See it at the cinema. Help them out. Make sure they've got enough money to do the next one.
Yeah.
And when it comes out, buy it on physical media or buy it on VOD. Don't just wait for it to come on streaming. Give this company some money because they're doing amazing stuff.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be purchasing this. It's going to be the start
Same
of
here.
my physical media collection in earnest. This will be the first piece. And I'm going to wait for the box set, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Maybe the first one, then the box set. I'll probably buy it straight away. I won't, I won't be able to help myself.
Yeah.
Can I give a couple of honorable mentions in terms
By all
of
means.
acting? We did mention Jimmy Inc. / Kelly a couple of times. Could
Yep.
you? I can bring it up. Their name.
No, I'll just do this. Oh, so Kelly is Erin Kellyman.
Beautiful. And who played Samson? Because Samson slays it in this movie.
He
So
does.
Samson was played by an actor stuntman called Chi Lewis Parry. He's done a bunch of stunt stuff. And he's done a bunch of TV stuff.
Yeah.
For those people of my vintage, in the episode of Red Dwarf where there were Gelfs around a fire and Lister had to marry a Gelf, which turned out to be a famous TV cook. One of the other Gelfs around the fire on that episode was Chi Lewis Parry.
There you go.
Amazing.
Respect for that.
Obscure, but amazing. Yeah.
But yeah,
There's so
no,
much I
it's-
wanted to say about him during this, but it would give away so much.
yeah, it would give
Mm.
away so much
Yeah,
of
it's
the
like-
juicy, really juicy stuff.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
He's a big part of the film, folks.
He's a big
Huge.
part of
Yes.
the film.
And, you know, I
like,
say that as like a big part of the story and a big part.
In every
Of
way.
the sun as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Samson.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, and but the mythic allusions with his character and the relationship to Kelson. I'll
Mm.
just leave it, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff was really, really good. And please give him more work because of what he could do just with his eyes,
Oh,
as
yeah.
well as his presence as well. You know, Jason Momoa is cool, no disrespect, but more big guys like this in the industry.
Yeah, and it's so hard for
More
them to
big.
get that kind of work. You know,
Mm.
they deserve it.
Absolutely.
in
Saying
the
that, Momoa is the perfect choice for Lobo.
oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's the
I saw
perfect
that
choice for
today,
Lobo.
yeah.
In the UK, and I don't know whether they cast from them or not, but there is a management company called Uglies, and it's all people that don't fit the normal symmetrical, conventionally attractive mold.
At
And
Yeah.
least you say.
so, yeah, I would
We would do that, yes.
I would love to see who they cast from the Uglies.
Yeah.
Mm.
Rest in peace, Simon Fisher Becker. Simon Fisher Becker was an actor from the UK who played Dorian Maldovar from Doctor Who. He's played a bunch of stuff. He used to be the live action fat controller for
Mm.
the train, Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas,
World.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Was at a convention. He told me all about the Uglies, and he said he got more work out of them than he did out of any other management
Oh,
company.
I
Yeah.
like that. That's fantastic
that's
because
awesome.
Steve Buscemi is one of the best actors on the goddamn planet. Philip
Mm.
Seymour Hoffman, rest in peace, is
Yeah.
God level.
Yeah.
Yeah, except go on and on and on. Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's
Mhm.
Exactly right.
yeah.
All right. Well, what about plugs, folks? I'll go first. I will always plug Act React. We've got Speed the Movie the Play in Perth at the moment. We will have it in Brisbane at the Brisbane Comedy Festival.
Mhm.
I'll always plug Improv Queensland. We've got Sex Fashional coming up just before Valentine's Day in February. So we've got the show on the 13th at the Pip Theatre. IFWG Publishing, Supernova always does me right. And who else?
Escape Manor,
Yeah.
Evil
We always say
Corp,
Evil Corp. Yeah.
absolutely.
Right.
Curse them, but go check out Shawshank Redemption at Ipswich Little Theatre. Jokes, of course.
They're
But
lost.
do-
They're lost,
Yeah.
Mr. Popcorn.
Thank you. But it is King, and we're all about King, so
Yeah.
please go see it, definitely. And yeah, that's all. That's all. Soxy.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Shout out to
Sorry,
Perth.
sorry, Georgina.
All
Was
good.
there anything else? My apologies.
No, I've got some projects in the pipeline, but nothing I could
Same.
discuss.
Yeah. So,
Oh, good. Shout out to Perth horror fans. Keep an eye out because the Perth Horror Film Festival will be opening for submissions again soon. We also have some Dreadful Fright screenings in the pipeline, so keep an eye out for that. Shout out to Dr. Scary's Mazes. They're available for hire across WA. You can go to amusementridesforhire.com or call David on 0414956410. And shout out to Clouts Hire Entertainment, who now have their own horror-themed maze, which is making its way around to a lot of different country fairs around WA. I've just started with them over the weekend.
Nice.
They've just debuted their maze, and it's a lot of fun in there. So keep an eye out.
Oh.
yeah, cool.
All of it's excellent. Are we going to do any recommendations or are we done?
How do people feel? Do we want to finish, or do you want to do a quick recommendation watch list?
Up to you guys.
Okay, we'll do a quick.
Good either way.
Let's
Yeah.
do a quick recommendation. So the thing
Yeah.
that I'll recommend that I watched recently at Mr. Popcorn's behest was Dust Bunny. With
Okay.
Mads Mikkelsen and Sigourney Weaver and the wonderful Sophie Sloane who played Aurora in it. And, of course, David Desmalchin. Folks, don't get put off by it. It has a lovely dark heart. And Mads Mikkelsen is amazing in it. So, yeah, check out Dust Bunny.
Excellent. I will definitely be watching that. And I suggest Chain Reactions on Shudder. Delightful little documentary about one of the best films ever made, period, regardless of genre.
Nightmare on Elm Street?
I'm not mad at that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Baron, of course.
Of course.
We have basically 5 celebrities, but they're notable people. We have Takesha Miike. We have Stephen King himself. Patton Oswalt's section is brilliant. He speaks about it wonderfully as well. And so if you're a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan, these are just basically 5 artists is a better word, and how their art and lives in general was affected by one of the most impactful films of all time, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah,
Rest in
nice.
peace,
That's good.
Ray Hooper. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got, Gina?
I just started The Beauty, the new
Ooh.
Ryan Murphy offering.
Okay.
I've been enjoying it. I know how he can be Mr. Popcorn sometimes lately with his work, but you know, yeah, it's people go straight away like the substance. That's where you first think where your mind goes, but it is definitely not going down that line.
What's the basic premise, please?
It's basically a way that you can become beautiful in hours. But I don't want to tell you the way.
I'm with you.
Because the way is important.
I'm with you.
So I don't want to tell you the way. Because that's the main, oh my God, that's a really good idea part of it to me. So I'm not going to tell you that just yet. So that's on Disney. So, yeah, first 3 episodes are out at once, which I like that. Didn't just give us 1 episode and leave us hanging. First 3 to get you really into the whole plot, and so give it a go.
Soxy?
Well, I recently finally got around to watching Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. I love a good murder mystery. This one was a lot of fun. If you enjoy the previous films, definitely go check it out.
Yeah.
I don't want to give away anything, but it's got a great cast and a great story and a lot of fun.
Yeah, I second it. It's really good. It's probably my favorite of the 3 so far.
Mine too.
I don't want to yuck anyone's yum ever, but is it better than Glass Onion? Because
Yes.
I enjoy that so much. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I love Knives Out. Love Knives Out.
Darker.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I always love this Agatha Christie style.
There's an acid bath.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in. Sold.
I'm in. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, I think that's us for the thing. I will get on a soapbox just at the very end, folks. When I was over in Perth, I did meet up with one of my friends from high school who's a fly in, fly out mining kind of person. He moved to Western Australia from New South Wales. He is currently looking down the barrel of a very bad cancer diagnosis. So shout out to Adam. If you're watching or listening, I'm not sure whether you do or not. But the one thing that he reminded me of is to stay young up here in your body.
Yeah.
You have to move every day. You have to speak every day, and you have to create every day. And that doesn't necessarily mean, create a movie. It can mean writing a poem. It can mean writing a book. It can mean singing. So folks, move, talk, and create every day.
Doom scrolling.
Yeah, less of that.
Yeah, less doom scrolling.
Yeah, MTC. I like that. MTC. Yeah, I like that. That's a beautiful way to end off. This was a great episode about a great film. Thank you, Barry. Yeah, really.
Well, folks, thank you very much for coming along on this little journey with us tonight. People want to do their sign outs?
Well, how's that for this one?
Good.
Yeah. Bye from Ginois. Till next time.
Doxy?
Oh, it's been great to be back. I can't wait for the next one.
Mr. Popcorn?
How's that?
Go to bed, children. Go to bed.
Oh, I love it when you're evil. This is me at my most evil. Do you even laugh? it when you're evil. This is me at my most evil. Do you even laugh?